Them gains right there. So you guys want to hear a story. I don't fancy myself the greatest storyteller, but tonight I will try hard for you. In high school, they called me One Hit Wonder. Me and Vanilla Ice. You kind of got a story before the story, so I should have called it Funny Stories. Plural. I'm going to try my darndest not to ramble, but if I do, oops. So I was at the gym the other night getting a lift in. Bodybuilding style lift, not CrossFit. I was just chasing a pump. So as I am doing that, this kid comes around the corner and just instantly beelines it to me. I kind of turn to him and say, "What's up, man?" Just like saw him walking towards me. He's like, "Oh, hey, sorry, I don't mean to bug you. I just wanted to know if I could ask you a few questions." I didn't say I was the biggest guy, but I'm just big enough that some smaller dudes might notice, right? And apparently I'm approachable. The kid was actually relatively concise. He didn't ramble too hard. He kind of just paid me a few compliments, asked me a few questions. Solid interaction. Stroked my ego very, very respectfully. I gave him props for coming to talk to me, tried to encourage him. At about that time when it should be wrapping up, he asked me a question I wasn't exactly prepared for. And he said, "Hey, can I ask you how old you are?" And I was like, "Oh, I'm 29 years old." He goes, "Wow, you look pretty good for a 29-year-old. The f***? Yeah, well, you're pretty effing scrawny for your age, kid." For a 29-year-old? And look, I'm not trying to say that, like, I have the best body, like, ever in the world. Okay, honey? But, I mean, come on. Like, I look pretty good. By the way, none of that's coming out of my mouth. It's all in my head. And then he pats me on the shoulder. "All right, man," and takes off. This is like a scrawny kid. Like totally unaware that he kind of just insulted me. But he literally thought I looked good for a 29-year-old. I was pretty built for my age, not in general. In my head, I'm like, when in the hell did being 29 officially become old enough to where you start complimenting with the little staple at the end for your age? I was thinking, like, how many times have I seen like an older, attractive woman and been like, "Wow, she's really beautiful for her age." Maybe not to any stranger. Maybe I like have the social intelligence, emotional intelligence, not to say that to someone's face. And so it had me realizing now that I'm officially old, which karma did what it had to do. I genuinely know I will never say someone is strong, beautiful, put in any word for their age. And I was also thinking, to an 18-year-old, maybe 29 literally is like a lifetime away. And maybe they think that it's already headed downhill. You don't see me pointing it out. Thanks, man. Thanks for being sensitive. Word of caution. Never follow a compliment with a "for your age." It's like an instant, just murders the compliment. And it is a little reminder, we are all getting older. Things are changing. To some kid, I'm officially an old person. And now, the people that I thought were old people, I'm changing my mind. I don't think they're old people anymore. Self-acceptance, I think, is the lesson here. Do I think I'm old? No. Does my self-esteem hinge on the perceptions of like an 18-year-old? No. But is it really funny to know that an 18-year-old thinks I'm an old person? Yeah. I think the only reasonable thing to do at this point is to invest in some Depends. And some Velcro shoes. Yep. I'm not trying to say like I have the best body ever, like in the world, but come on, like this kid not blind. I look pretty good for any age. Okay, bitch.